There are folks that if they don't use 1 drop of water in a 2-month cycle, they still have a $200 hookup fee. So you don't use any water for 2 months whatsoever, you still have a $200 bill. That's what Bill 3 is addressing. So I just want to say, let's give this thing another reading. If I have to make a motion to recommit, I'll do that, but I'm just throwing this out there, Chair. I'm perplexed why we don't have a line up to this podium right now. Thank you.
Thank you.
But no one wants to even come up here and testify about this. It's ridiculous. So since nobody is, it's going to go up, and we're all going to just be ruined. Everybody's going to be on food stamps. When this goes up, we're all going to be on food stamps. I can't believe more people aren't up here testifying or even saying anything about it.
I thought this Bill 3 was one of the most pivotal measures in every family's pocketbook outside this realm. I see my expert witness has arrived, but its public testimony is closed. Is it possible to call this gentleman to the podium and engage? Because I have one of the most extensive 3-page testimonies on this that I've seen since the inception of this measure.
I'm the chairman of the City Council.
I would make
For
it
now.
brief. I would make it brief, Chair, but I really think that this individual should
I'm
be...
going to allow it. I'm going to allow it, but he needs to keep his testimony very concise.
Please, sir. Mr. Shai, please.
You made an effort to attend. Thank you, sir. If you can state your name for the record.
Good afternoon, Council. My name is Terry Shai, and I'm here to testify on the sewer rates. I've, over the past 2 years, met all members of council and brought up the figures and facts concerning how the resident ratepayers are being assessed. And so today I compiled figures that will indicate what is going on as far as the sewer rates are concerned. And my figures are predicated on what Environmental Services gave me, the figures. And I printed out the earnings and revenue statement for the past 3 years. And if you look at that statement, you will probably be astounded at what is going on. But I don't know why Council nor Environmental Services don't address this problem. And so, if you allow me, I'll proceed. The first thing I want to bring up is the 2011, last year's earnings and revenue statement indicated that the Sewer Services Department earned $347 million from the ratepayers. The earnings were predicated on sewer use and base rate fee. The base rate fee is a fixed fee that every rate user has to pay. It's not predicated on usage. Sewer Services indicated that their operating expenses and their debt obligation total $214 million. Subtract $214 million from $347 million, and it leaves you with a huge positive balance. So what does Sewer Services nor the council do about addressing this overreach? Well, Sewer Services said, we put it in our net asset account. That is, they can't let the money out there, so they have to put it somewhere. And so they have this account, net asset account, where they deposit the overreach. So that overreach went into the net asset account, $130 million. That was ratepayers overpaying. If you look at the past 3 years, at the net asset account, you will see that the net asset account progressively grew proportionate to the gain that they made on the ratepayers. So how much was that money? Over 3 years, they put $300 million into their net asset account. What happened to it? Well, if you look at the past 3 years, the net asset account has never diminished. They don't use it. There's not even a debit against the net asset account. Consequently, the net asset account today is $1,038 million. That is their assets, and the sewer services and the city allow us, or they increase our sewage rates 5% a year from now out to 10 or 15 years from now. Why are you raising our rates when you have, in the past 3 years, you made over $300 million? It doesn't make sense. Okay, so now you know that the ratepayers paid over $300 million more than the expenses of sewer services. Okay, secondly.
Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to come to a conclusion, sir. Sir.
Okay, well,
if you can just wrap up your remarks.
I got 7 more items. So
I can submit your testimony to the clerk, and then we'll distribute your testimony.
I want everybody to know now that over the past 2 years, I have emailed all members of council, probably 2 or 3 times a year. I have never got a response from any of them, not even the chair of Public Works. There's only one councilman that actually responded, and council has chosen to put a gag on him, and he's even being involved in impeachment proceedings. So what I can say is, 8 of the 9 councilmen, you're not doing your job. You're letting sewer services rape the ratepayers. By the way, there were 2 councilmen that actually stated and showed concern. One is, he said he is concerned with his taxpayers. The other said, how are they going to pay? And she asked sewer services to have their management group look into reducing the rates. Nothing has ever come back.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Members, do you have any questions for the testifier? No questions? Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for staying. Okay.
If there's any point in time on a council that we should recommit back to a committee, it would be Bill 3.
Any further discussion, members, before we call for the vote? No further discussion?
Chair, do I have the prerogative to make a motion to recommit this?
Yeah.
I make a motion to recommit.
It needs to be second. Is there anyone willing to second
Bill 3?
Councilmember Berg's motion to recommit? Okay, seeing no second, the motion has failed. Okay, members, we're going to move to the vote. Roll call vote. Madam Clerk, for the roll.
Councilmember Anderson?
Aye.
Councilmember Berg?
No.
Councilmember Cachola? Councilmember Gabbard? Councilmember Garcia? Councilmember Harimoto?
Aye.
Councilmember Kobayashi?
Aye.
Councilmember Martin?
Aye.
I had a town hall meeting in this very room a month or 2 ago.